Hi guys, and welcome to the trip. I'm Megan Slattery, and this is my co-host,
Tracy Evans.
So today we have, what are we starting out with today?
Ooh.
What's the topics?
This week is going to be pretty good.
Oh, it's going to be good. All right. I'm in.
First question from Forever Sunsets in West Michigan. Do you believe there is such a thing as a soulmate? And part two of that, can a soulmate be a friend?
Wow.
What do you think?
I've had two responses to this. My initial response to soulmates just across the board beyond the show has been, I think it's oftentimes a word that we use to trick ourselves into staying in something that maybe isn't so suitable. Well, that person is my soulmate, therefore I can't leave. Given the context of this conversation, of this particular question, because there was more to it than that, but we kind of brought it down, edited it down to this question. I believe there are soulmates. However, I think...
Where's the but?
Here's the but. I think we got to stop looking for the soulmate, because soulmate, there's some kind of inference that that person's going to be perfect, or that person's going to be magical, or there's going to be some halo over their head. And it's just, to me, maybe I've projected all that, and that's why I'm not on board with this. But soulmate it's just, the term itself is something that it rubs me the wrong way. I think it puts way too much pressure on that person in that relationship.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do. However, I have witnessed it in those who are close to me in my life. Long-term marriages, loves that I look back and think, okay, that's the definition.
Yeah.
They've worked hard. They're committed. They're typically better together. So,
Yeah.
I guess I'm saying two things, but I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
I think they exist. I just think, let's not look for it.
Yeah. I do think they also exist.
Okay.
But in, I guess, a different form. I think there can be more than one. I don't think you just have one soulmate. I think you can have multiple soulmates. At the same time, that I don't know. But take, for example, if you have someone who is either widowed or when you divorce and you move on, I think you can have multiple soulmates in that shape or fashion. You know, someone that you were with when you were 17 or 18 till you were like 20 or 21. Those are very different times in your life, and those experiences could have led you to believe that that was your soulmate. But if you meet someone else when you are your late 20s, early 30s, that it can also be a soulmate, but a soulmate for a different reason. So I do believe that there are soulmates. I just believe that you can have multiple.
Okay.
I guess in the second portion of this question, can these soulmates be a friend? I think so. I very much think so. You know, sometimes you have people that are so near and dear to you, and everything in your friendship, you know, matches. I don't know about you, but I've had at least one or two friends where my friends are like, "Why are you guys together? Like, you guys should be like soulmates." And
Yeah.
like, well, why can't we just be friends?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do believe that there are soulmates,
Yes.
but I also think that you can have soulmates that are friends.
Yes, I absolutely believe in that. I can think of two in particular that are in my life, and one has been in my life. I don't see him as regularly, and a girlfriend that I have in my life, I absolutely think. I mean, it was out of the gate. It was deep. It was kindred spirits. Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really believe. I guess it's kind of funny how emphatic I am about this, but I think it's because I'm not set out looking for my soulmate friend to be perfect.
Right.
So I think it's really the term that gets me thrown off. Do I think there's more than one person you can be deeply connected to in your life? I surely hope so.
Yeah, right.
My goodness, yeah. I mean, I certainly hope so. And like we're saying here, in more ways than one. In more ways than one. And maybe we need to focus on that a little bit more, so start feeding some of those relationships along the way, as much as we do our romantic pursuits or our relationships that we're in, our marriages that we're in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, final on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we believe.
All right. Question 2. This is a good one. The girls over at Village Parlor Thanks for the question, guys. How do you find balance between being available and too available?
Oh, dating question, I assume.
Yeah.
These the single ladies?
Yes, yes. These are
Single
the
ladies? All right.
all the single ladies.
All of them. How do you, the first thing I said to Tracy was, you have to keep a balance. And then the next thing I said, but what about the honeymoon period?
Yeah.
It's so difficult. But my answer is still the same. You have to keep a balance. If you I dance Argentine tango. If I got into a relationship hot and heavy in the honeymoon phase and he doesn't dance, I have to keep that part of my life alive.
Right.
It does not, we have to look beyond the honeymoon stage. I know we want to be together every single moment when we're in that phase.
Yeah.
It's just so rich. So I'm not going to deny that. I'm practical in that lustful, like heavy, getting to know you, exciting phase. However, to have a well-rounded, balanced, long-term relationship, you have to keep what is yours that fulfills you. That we've said it before, but that's the person that person is having the honeymoon phase with. You that has a full life,
Right.
that has your friendships, that has all the things that you love and enjoy, and still seeing your family and friends, and committing to keeping your commitments too.
Yeah.
Yeah, friends do not like it when you just start not showing up because you all of a sudden have a relationship.
Course.
That's
no,
not cool.
No one likes that. Yeah, because then
No.
you get these labels and stereotypes, and people are like, "Oh, they're with such and such again,"
Yeah.
and they just rule you out for everything.
That's right.
And now you're stuck in this relationship because your friends don't want to hang out with you anymore.
You have no other invites.
No other invites. No one's inviting you.
Did it to yourself.
Yeah.
No.
I do. It's crazy when you think about someone, texting, social media, being with each other. I think that you have to find that separation, and you also have to find that balance within yourself, doing things for yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you lose track of that and you get so involved in someone else, like you said, especially in the honeymoon period when it's so fresh and new and you're like, I like this person likes me, and whatever. Don't overextend yourself. You can, if you, when I was saying you check yourself and keep your balance, if you're texting this person or trying to contact this person multiple times and you're not feeling anything back from them, or you're just kind of feeling like they're like just blah or whatever, look, 9 times out of 10 when you first meet someone, they're really intrigued and interested in you too. And you'll know that. You'll be able to feel that. But if it's just kind of blah and it's like they only want to hit you at certain times, or you want to hit them at certain times or whatever, then you'll know. But I think that when you make yourself too available and don't actually take the time to search within yourself and continue to do those things for yourself, that's becoming too available to someone else.
Yeah, absolutely. And, good point about the balance. I wasn't thinking, I was just assuming that both people wanted to be in it, and that's where the imbalance is. But there is the imbalance in communication.
Right.
That's something to keep an eye on. Definitely observe your communication styles and how much, and if you feel like you're kind of pulling things out of the person, that's an imbalance.
That's an imbalance for sure.
Keep an eye, pull away a little bit. As we talked about before, I don't believe in games. Don't gameplay. Oh, I'm not going to call them until after 2 days or 3 dates or blah 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 blah. Be real, be you, but stay stay in the observation phase, for good or bad. If it's kind of going not the way you want it, or if it's getting hot and heavy, just find a little bit, kind of retreat a little bit and check in.
One quick thing with that, I know sometimes people talk about some of the most important things in relationships. They say, trust and communication. Yes. I've always found that one of the most important things that's looked over is vulnerability.
Oh, yes.
So
my favorite topic right now, I'm sorry, I'm on a vulnerability kick. So,
right. So when you're first meeting someone, be vulnerable, but be cautious. You want to be vulnerable to those things that this person has for you or that you have for them, because that's the only way you keep the relationship fresh and keep it whatever. But, make sure you're being careful with that, because when you overextend yourself to someone, now it is not a matter of I'm dating this person and they like me. Now it's a matter of they could possibly be taking advantage of me because I've overextended myself.
He's overextended. Well, true vulnerability to me is powerful.
Yeah.
It's not compromised.
Mm-hmm.
So that word, I'm sorry, I said can't really be on vulnerability. Next week I'm going to be like totally shut down kick. But no, vulnerability, but it is powerful because it's knowing who you are enough to maybe looking at things through a different filter. Right. Not everything is coming from your past.
Right.
So being open to what's really present right here, right now, and enjoy it. Why not?
Yeah.
Life's short.
Life is very short.
Yes.
So
round 3.
Question number 3.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once it's done, is it done? I love the signature.
Yeah, right.
And how many times is too many, meaning breakups?
Yeah.
Finito in Ferndale.
Yeah.
Well, finito. I think you said it all in your sign off. How many times? 3. 3.
That was so funny. You and Alan both said 3 at the same time.
Because we're right.
Yeah, I guess they're departing, some of that older wisdom on me. They both were like 3 instantly.
The old people in the room agreed.
3 times. Yeah, right. I mean, once it's done, not necessarily. I've seen many of people come into a relationship and then it doesn't work. They get divorced and then, all of a sudden they're back being together again. How many times does that work? I don't know. Apparently, apparently 3.
3. Well, it didn't work. No,
okay, so it doesn't.
Multiple breakups.
Okay, so once it's done, it should be done, is what you're saying. And then if it's not, it should be 3, maximum of 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not 4.
No. Not 4.
2, you still got another chance.
Yeah, even then, I'm tired thinking about the 2. But yeah, so I'll give some meaning to this. 3, we're talking about a short period of time. And also, sideline, if you're breaking up every day, just that is the end. That is done. Stop. Get out. 3 to me is like the rolling disaster. It's just like, it's got so much momentum from the first one. Where I see this and where I've experienced this has been in my intensely emotional, more dramatic relationships on both sides. Where, oh yeah, we got to be, soulmates. Oh, we got to stay together. We fight, etc. And it just keeps rolling towards the end. And whatever it is keeps bringing us back. A lot of times it's familiarity. A lot of times it's history. And sometimes it's sex. And I'm going to tell you, there is no sex that is worth that kind of continuous breakup cycle. And 3 times, I mean, if that's, 3 times, and that's too much. You want to be, it's done. It's finito.
I agree.
Good.
I don't know about the number thing. I haven't I don't.
Tracy's been more mature in his relationships. So far.
So far, right. I feel like there's always that period when you're with someone where you probably should have broken up.
Yes.
Where you have that time where you're just like kind of existing and kind of, whatever, and it's like we keep going back to this, whatever, when it should have just been like, you're having an issue, I'm having an issue, let's just be done. Mm-hmm. But instead it's like, I kind of miss you. Oh, it's 2:00.
Yeah.
Right.
In the morning?
Sure, yeah. What, 2:00 in the afternoon?
Yeah, well, I thought, okay. Yeah, fair. Enough.
No, where you get into this constant cycle of this is what happens. You keep breaking up and getting back together and all these feelings and all these emotions. I think there are enough people in this world that when you do break up with someone, you can find someone else and let that chapter be what it was.
Yes.
There are extenuating circumstances. How I was saying earlier, like if you are with someone and then you kind of walk away from it and it's just a walk away and, obviously there's no negative from either. Mm-hmm. Maybe you touch base every once in a while. There's still this friendly, you see each other and it's like hi and okay and you wonder whatever. I feel like yes, after some time has passed and the most important about that, and once 2 people have changed, because obviously there was something that was making the relationship not work. Mm-hmm. But as long as people spend enough time apart to change and feel completely different, and Because otherwise, you just get back together and you're just like, well, you're not different, and nor am I,
Right.
or I'm not going to change, or I'm
Right.
not whatever.
The
So then
same
it's
patterns are still there, and that's why I'm so kind of, I'm so clear about this one. Yeah, a lot of times the patterns are just still there. We're looking for something that during the time away we idealized and it's not there. And just want to add to this real quickly that there's kind of a pathological thing for some people where they're in such need of a relationship they will continue going back.
Yeah.
And I would definitely seek professional help there in terms of just really building up what's going on in your life that's drawing you to these really unstable relationships. And breaking up a lot or in really big fashions is, I think something that is worthy of your time looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah. So we got that. How many times do? Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it.
Yeah, that was
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Big
oh,
Thanksgiving
man,
week.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, man,
Yeah.
I get so full.
Oh, he's hungry already.
I'm gonna get so full.
Yeah. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we appreciate you being here. Relationships@deadlinedetroit.com is our email address. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, please. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See ya.